Hope all is well. In today's class, we are going to discuss about the exam pattern of UPSC, Union Public Service Commission, or I.A.S, Indian Administrative Service, of I.P.S, Indian Police Service. In details, we will discuss about the qualification, the age limit, the attempts, the marks, cut-off marks, time, pattern of questions, syllabus, steps of exam, etc. in this video. So let us start. This is UPSC. The full form is Union Public Service Commission, and the UPSC holds this examination, and the students or the candidates who have been selected through these examinations, they get chance in the exam in the officers like I.A.S, Indian Administrative Service, I.P.S, Indian Police Service, I.F.S, Indian Forest Service, etc. Okay, so let us start. Minimum qualification. What is the minimum qualification to sit for this examination? A candidate must have to be graduation from any recognized college or university. This is the minimum qualification. What is the age limit? Age limit is from 21 to 32 years for general, for OBC 21 to 35 years, for SC and ST 37 years, and for physically handicapped 21 to 42 years. So this is the maximum age limit. What are the attempts? A student or an examinee or a participant, he can have attempts like general 6 attempts, OBC 9 attempts, SC ST no age limit or no limit of attempts till the required age. He can attempt or he can sit for the examination. Now come to the steps of exams. What are the steps of exam? There are 3 stages of exams or 3 steps of exams. Preliminary 400 marks, main exam 2350 marks, and interview 275 marks. So there are only 3 steps. First step is prelims, then mains, and then interview. So let us come to the step 1, that is preliminary exam. Preliminary exam, the nature of exam is objective or MCQ types of questions are asked here, and there is also negative marking 3:1. Okay, so for example, if you get incorrect answer for 3 questions, then you have got 1 mark in this way. So there are 2 papers in preliminary exam, 2 papers each carrying 200 marks, and this is purely qualifying nature. For the sake of qualifying, you have to sit for exam, and if you qualify in this preliminary exam, then you will be called for main exam. But the marks you have scored in this preliminary exam will not be counted for final merit list. So this is called qualifying nature. Now come to paper 1, that is GS, General Studies. Total 100 questions. Each question carrying 2 marks, meaning 100 into 2, 200 marks. So one paper 1 consists of 200 marks, and 100 questions will be asked from here. And the time for exam is 9:30 AM to 11:30 AM, that is 2 hours. 2 hours time limit. Come to syllabus of GS or paper 1. What is the syllabus? Current affairs, history, geography, polity, economy, general science, environment issues, international relations, etc. And the cut-off marks generally in this paper 1 is 120 marks. If a candidate he scores 120 marks, then he will be called for the main exams. Next come to the paper 2, that's CSET, or the Civil Services Aptitude Test. There are 80 questions in this paper, and each question carrying 2.5 marks. So total 200 marks also in this exam. And in this paper also, and what the time? Time is also 2 hours, meaning the same day. In the early morning, in the first half, the paper 1 will be examined, and in the second half, from 2:30 PM to 4:30 PM, for 2 hours, the second paper will be examined. Okay. Next, come to syllabus of CSET. What is the syllabus? Syllabus is comprehension passage, reasoning, general mental ability, mathematics, 10th standard, and the qualifying nature or the qualifying marks of this paper 2 is 33% of the marks. If a candidate he scores 33% from this paper, then he will be eligible for the main examinations. So come to the next, that is the step 2, that is the main examination. This is purely descriptive questions and answers. In the preliminary exam, the question was an MCQ type question, objective, but in the case of main exam, this is purely descriptive questions, and the time for each paper is 3 hours. Each paper 3 hours. Okay, so Step 2 is main examination, and this is purely descriptive nature. And in this main examination, each paper a candidate has to sit for examination, and the time maximum time allotted for one paper is 3 hours. Okay, now let us come to the qualifying papers. There are 2 qualifying papers in main exam, paper A and paper B. What is paper A? Paper A, any Indian language. In the state, in our constitution, there are limited some languages. That from that language, any Indian language can be chosen. It can be Bengali, it can be Tamil, it can be Hindi. Okay, so in this paper A, 300 marks of that language, and the areas from where questions are asked, like comprehension of a passage, precis writing, usage and vocabulary, short essays, translation from English to that language, and vice versa. This is paper A. And this paper B, it English, also 300 marks, and the areas from where questions are asked are comprehension, precis writing, usage and vocabulary, and short essays. So this is paper A and paper B. These are of qualifying nature. And now come to the main paper, that is papers to be counted for merit. The papers which are counted for the final merits are paper 1 to paper 7, and total is 1750 marks, 1750 marks. Come to the paper 1. Paper 1, 250 marks each paper. So paper 1, 250 marks. This is essay writing. Question will be asked from essay writing, essay. Now paper 2, general studies 1. The topics or the syllabus or the areas are Indian heritage, culture, history, geography, society. Paper 3, general studies 2. Governance, constitution, polity, social justice, international relations. Paper 4, general studies 3, technology, economic development, biodiversity, environment, security, disaster management. Paper 5, general studies 4, ethics, integrity and aptitude. Paper 6, that is optional subject. Paper 6 and paper 7, these are optional subject. One subject has to be chosen from the list given in the optional subject, and for that particular optional subject, 2 papers will be there, paper 1 and paper 2. So optional paper 1, for example, if one he has chosen political science, so political science paper 1, and for the case of paper 7, from that optional subject, paper 2, for example, political science 2. Okay, now come to the last point, last step, that is the final step or step 3, that is interview or personality test. It is total of 275 marks. Interview consists of 275 marks, and so let us the mop up round. So total marks to be counted for final merit list. Marks of paper 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, that is total 1750 marks, and interview 275 marks. So total 2025 marks that are counted for the final merit list. Okay, keep studying, keep learning. Thank you.